Hey YouTube, it's Patrick from Chimera. Today we are going to answer some questions that have been submitted by viewers like you. So with that being said, let's get started and check out my little cheat sheet here and see what we got going. All right, question number 1. I'd be curious to hear your favorite triple recessive projects ranked. All right, so I'm just going to do 3. My top 3 are Hypo Clown Pied, Lavender Albino Clown Pied, and Xanthic Desert Ghost Clown. I think Hypo Clown Pied still has a lot of legs, and there's a lot of genes we can still add into it to make some really spectacular looking animals. I love just the base triple. I think it looks spectacular. The few that we've hatched here have just been fantastic, and I can't wait to make more and start mixing in genes like Inchy, Yellow Belly, Orange Dream, and then maybe some other random dark genes just to see what kind of happens. Number 2, the Lavender Albino Clown Pied. It's a project that I fell in love with, and it was the first triple that I started actually working years ago. It doesn't have quite the legs, I think, as something like the Hypo Clown Pied, but I think once we add Inchy and Lavender Albino, or Inchy and Yellow Belly to it, I think that's really going to take that project to the next level. And then lastly, the Xanthic Desert Ghost Clown. Ever since Justin at Canova hatched the first one a few years ago, I think it's pretty clear it's a fan favorite, and it just looks spectacular on its own, and I can't wait to see what other genes are added to it and how we can really enhance that project. So yeah, those are the 3. All right, question number 2. What knowledge or skill from your day job do you find unexpectedly useful in your snake life? For me, it's pretty straightforward. It's the coding that I learned while I was in grad school and then in my professional job. Everything that we do on the back end, from inventory management to accounting to genetic testing to shipping, all of that's managed by custom programs that I wrote for us to use. So definitely coding. I did not see that being as useful in my snake career as it has been to this point. All right, question number 3. I would like to know, at the stage in the game you're in, do you still pair hets, or have you ever paired hets? Also, what were the odds when you did het-to-het pairing? All right, so let's start with the first part. Yes, we still pair hets. I would argue that every breeder that is in the ball python industry breeds hets. It's essential. It's really the only way to get new genes mixed into other stuff. So yeah, lots of hets pairing. Obviously, based on that answer, we've always paired hets, and I don't see a time when we don't pair hets. Genetic testing has also really made pairing hets significantly more advantageous, because now we can test for stuff and we don't have to hold things back for as long. As far as the last question, what were the odds on the het-to-het pairings? I don't have those numbers right in front of me, and I didn't go look this stuff up. I would assume strictly just het-to-het pairings, you're looking at like 27 to 23%, somewhere in that range. It's not going to be exactly 25 most likely. The more you pair, the more animals you get from those clutches, the closer you're going to get to 25% though. All right, number 4, I apologize guys, counting is hard sometimes. Number 4, what steps do you need to take to go from a hobby to a legit business? I don't think there are specific like A, B, C, D kind of steps that you need to take to go from hobby to business. I think that when I look at somebody that's in our industry, you kind of know if it's a hobby, you know if it's a business to them and how they treat it. You know, there's the obvious answers of get a business license, get an EIN number, you know, get logos, merchandising, things like that. I think those are all kind of obvious, but they tie into the if you see it, you'll know it thing. The biggest thing I kind of tell people is when you really start treating it as a business, when you're trying to really like make a profit, you're making sure you're keeping track of your costs and your expenses, you're making sure your customer service is top notch, you're making sure that your marketing is top notch so that people know who you are. That's really when I think it becomes a business. As to like the steps you need to take to do that, you know, obviously start with, you know, getting registered in your state, your county, wherever, and then just treating those next steps, you know, customer service, marketing, accounting, all that stuff. I think that is really kind of the steps you need to inch forward, but I don't think there's a specific path of like, you got to do this, this, and this in my mind. I'm sure on the business side, like there is probably a very, you know, a business major is probably screaming right now, telling me, no, you do this, this, and this. And that's probably right. I'm not qualified to tell you those exact steps in the proper order, because I'm sure that when I was building the business with Andre, we didn't do it in the proper order. So There you go. Lastly, number 5. Do you think T-Rex meat would have tasted like chicken? Aren't chickens ancestors of dinosaurs? So let's go with yes. I think so. Probably. Also, supposedly they were scavengers. So maybe it's like a mix between catfish and chicken. Maybe that's what the answer is. But yeah, I can go with that. Sure, I think it tasted like chicken. What do you think though? Guys, comment below and tell me, what do you think T-Rex meat tasted like? All right, YouTube, there you have it. 5 expertly answered questions. I hope you enjoyed our new segment. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't, well, still like and subscribe. I'm certain you're going to love some of the other content that we're putting up. Till next time, thank you everyone. Have a great day.